Hey guys, it's me, Kyler. I'm sorry for that dusty ass intro. Hey, it's me, back at it again with another story time. I'm filming a bunch of them today so that I can just post them. That's usually what I do. But I just think it's a lot easier and it's more fun. I can just tell all my stories and then get them all out of the way so I can just edit them all. Not that you fucking care. Not that you asked. I'm sorry. Okay, but first, the story time today is going to be about this really good time I had at a music festival that kind of turned into a little bit of a 15 minutes of fame for me. Like, it kind of like it was some cool ass shit and I'll never forget it, but it kind of gave me like 15 minutes of like, ooh, like Kyler somebody. Like, not that anybody gave a fuck, not that anybody is going to give a fuck, but not, I just think it's a cool ass story. So, but before I get into the story time, click the subscribe button, click the post notification button. Like, just come on, click the like button. Like, click all the buttons. Click them all. Click everything. It helps me, and you get to see me every day. I have a new one for you every day. Like, why not? Like, just come on in, join the spooky squad. Because we're out here doing some spooky ass shit. So, and watch me play with my hair every video. Because that's what we're really here for. Like, that's Kyler playing with her hair for 20 minutes is what my videos really are. That's what they really are for. To record me doing this while I'm talking. And also pulling my hair out. Anyway, I'm gonna have to clean it up. Okay, so I want to preface this story by saying, of course, this story has something to do with me have been getting some dick. Because what else would I be other than a hoey ass, do anything for the dick ass bitch? Because the guy that is in this story, I was obviously hooking up with. But anyway, so this story takes place at Lollapalooza. For those of you who don't know, and for those of you who are just unclear, Lollapalooza is a music festival in Chicago that like everybody and their mom goes to because there's someone for everyone. Like there's a different artist for literally everybody. So this was the Sunday of my first year going to Lollapalooza. And when I woke up that morning, you know when you wake up and you just have like a vibe, like some shit is gonna happen today. Like I don't know what's gonna happen, but I just know for a fact that some shit is gonna happen and I am gonna be a part of it. I just know that for a fact. So I go to this festival, I'm like looking really cute. I have a little white bra thing that I got from Akira I'm wearing that. And like these like blue flowy shorts that didn't really fit and I didn't really want to wear them, but I wore them kind of last minute. And I was kind of upset by wearing them, but like whatever. There was these like blue ones that had like little moons on them. And I had like my space buns in here because I have my little afro. I have a natural hair, bitch. And I had like glitter and like all of this like bracelets and necklace and all this extra shit. So anyway, I had met up with this guy that I had been hooking up with, and he brought me some party favors to Lala because I'm an illegal ass bitch also. So he brought them for me and he gave me 4. Now, for those of us who know what I'm talking about, because I also don't really know how much is in one or is supposed to be in one, but I knew that he gave me 4 of them, and they were about halfway full with the party favor. So I knew him, but I also didn't really like trust him. So I was like, oh, okay, thank you. And then he tries to like get me to hook up with him at Lala in like the bathroom, which is like another thing that no. So I take it and I'm like, okay, bye. Like I kind of just like finesse out of that and then meet back up with my friends. So I take one, and I think that this is my problem. And this is the issue with me. Because I do things like this, and I do what I'm supposed to do, and it take like a little bit at a time. Because I have no concept of time, I don't think that, like, it wasn't working quick enough. Like, I took the one and I was like, okay, this is bullshit. Like, this isn't even working. Like, I just met up with him for nothing. Like, this is annoying as fuck. So I take another one and then I wait like 10 more minutes and like nothing's happening. So then after a minute, I'm just kind of pissed off. So I just take the other two. So I've taken all 4 of these capsules of the party favor. I've taken 4 of them. Now, I'm like messaging him and I'm pissed off, right? I'm mad as fuck. I'm like, like, this shit doesn't work. Like, you're an asshole. Like, I can't believe you did that. Like, fuck you. So I'm like, whatever. So then after a minute, after a little while, I just start feeling it. And I just start, like, whenever I start to feel it working, and I know that it works whenever this happens, I'm like, I have to sit down. Because it's like I get this feeling, this overwhelming, like, feeling of, like just like adrenaline that I need to like sit for a second before I get like hella excited. So I sit down, right, and I'm like, okay. And I'm like catching myself. I'm like bringing myself back down, like trying to chill the fuck out. So I then spring up and I'm like, all right, let's go. And then I'm dancing, right? And I look off into the distance. And I see this man who looks like he's floating. He looks like he's flying in the middle of the crowd. And my friends, so I'm like in the front of my friends and my friends are behind me. And I turn around and I'm looking at him and I'm like, he just looks like, and then it's like, he just looks like he's above everybody. And then I look closer and I see he's on top of a garbage. So he's on top of this garbage. And I'm just staring at him and I'm like, this man is on this garbage can. If he can be on this garbage can anybody be on this garbage can? And if anybody can be on this garbage can I be on this garbage can? Okay. So I go up to the man and I'm like, hey, like, can you get down? I'm like, can you please get down? Like, I really want to go up there. And he's like, yeah, that's fine. Like, no big deal. Like, it's whatever. So he gets, like, he's like, let me just do one more, like, selfie and then I'll get down. Takes another selfie, right? And as I see my friends looking at me, and then they're like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on? Like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, like, I'm fine. Like, I'm fine. Like, I told them before I left, I was like, don't follow me. Because if this doesn't work, I don't want us to lose our spot of where we are. Because we had a pretty good spot. So I was like, do not move. Like, if this doesn't work, just stay here. I'll come back. And they were, I didn't give them any other information because I didn't want to jinx it. So, like, I'm waiting for this man to come down. I'm looking at them. I'm like, yo, like, chill. So I think that they probably think that I'm going to, like, make out with a guy or some stupid shit. And I was like, he leaves. And I jump on the garbage can. I jump my big ass up on that garbage can. And I just start fucking going off, right? I start dancing and shit. I start cutting that shit up. Insert video here. I'm just like going off. Like, my friend is like clean, just like she's cheering me on, recording that shit. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, bitch, what? Like, stop, like, that shit was crazy. And I'm just like, I don't even know. Like, that was crazy. I did that and I could see everybody. And I saw all these people I used to go to high school with. And they were kind of like in the front and they were like looking back at me. And they were just, like, pissed. They were looking at me like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you on the garbage? Like, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yo, like, I don't even care. Like, like, I got memed off that shit and posted on one of those, like, EDM, like websites or whatever. Which is, like, the craziest shit ever. Like, my friend messaged me that night when we were on the train. And she's just like, is this you? Like, is this actually you on this garbage can? And I'm like, yeah, like, that's me. Like, what the fuck? Like, somebody actually did that shit. So that was, like, that was that. And like that night, I thought that that was at the end of it because it got reposted, and I didn't think anything of it. Like I thought I was like hot shit for being reposted on it, and like people still to this day when I went to Lala like this past summer still talk about that shit. I still get like talked to about it. But like that happened, and I was like, shit, that's like hella raw. Like they reposted me. Like I didn't go out that day to in the intent of being reposted, but then I was reposted. So to continue the story, that like following winter, it was like January, and I get a message on my phone from this girl. Like her and I, like we know each other more through social media. So she messaged me on Snapchat, and I saw her name on my Snapchat, and I was like, why is she Snapchatting me? Like, not that I don't think she's a cool ass chick, but like, why is she Snapchatting me? Like, what? So I open it, and then she sends me this picture. I look at this picture and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, I'm like, where did you find that? She's like, is this you? And to my knowledge, it's a Red Bull ad for ticket sales and like selling tickets and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and then I start getting it like throughout the day, people are sending it to me. And then I like DM Red Bull. I like go to the Instagram, like the Red Bull TV Instagram, and I find the picture again, and I'm like, holy fuck, like this is real, like this is me. I message them and I'm like, hey, like that's me in your picture, like can you tag me in it? Like just like please, I'm just like, can you please tag me in that picture? That's a cool ass picture. I like, even if like I'm not out here making money off of Red Bull, like that shit still happened and that was still cool as fuck. So like they messaged me and then we were still DMing, and then they were like, oh hey, if you're coming to Lala next summer, which was not this past Lala but the last Lala, they were like, we want to do an interview with you for Red Bull TV, and we want to like feature you on our like Instagram like story like that day, like whichever day you decide to interview with us, like we want to have you there and like follow you around the festival and do all this shit. And I was like, damn, like down as fuck, like okay. So I then go there and like they like interview me for Red Bull TV, they put me on the story, and I'm just like feeling myself so hard because Red Bull just like not to eat my own ass. Like I'm not Hannah Montana, but like I felt like Hannah Montana. Like they were following me around and shit. I was like, oh my god. I was like, yeah, follow me around the festival. Like, oh my god, I'm in the festival. Follow me. Like, you know, like that's literally how I felt, and they were doing that shit. So then once we parted, I parted with Red Bull TV, and I saw the interview, and I was like, wow, like this is the peak of my career. Like this is it. Like I saw, and then to think that I wouldn't have even done that. I probably still would have done it, but I would have been a lot more tentative with it if I hadn't have just like done what I did and been just like 100% like real as fuck. Like I want to go do that. And that was just like the best day of my life. Like those were the best 2 times of Lollapalooza of my entire life. And I'll never forget that. Like honestly, I'll never forget it. Cause even to this day, like sometimes I'll like, after I did that, everybody was dancing on the garbage cans. After I did that, it seemed like every time I scrolled up on Instagram, somebody else was on a garbage can, and I was like, "Am I a trendsetter? Like, am I somebody? Like, oh shit." But yeah, the end. If you like that story time, please click the thumbs up button, and please don't forget to subscribe. Like, join the spooky squad. Like, we're out here doing some spooky ass shit. Should I like sit this way? Join the spooky squad. I post videos every day. Oh, now I look like kind of a woman like that. All this discoloration. Sorry that I'm a crusty, dusty ass bitch, but should I start wearing makeup for these? Probably. Ooh, put that on your Instagram story if you're real. But like put a filter, a face tune it, like soften the face, and like add detail to my eyes and my eyebrows, and like whiten my teeth. But like, no, my teeth aren't over now, so just like do that. Ooh. Follow me on everything. And I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye.